Welcome to Nightfall, Oregon. Population 876 souls. I watched through the backseat window as we passed the town line, which is marked with a billboard of a glittering ocean bordered by looming pine trees. An oasis in the middle of nowhere. Which, I guess, is technically true. I haven't seen so much as a gas station in over an hour. Instead, trees with bright green leaves pressing around our car, rows of them suffocating us along the road. There is no open space, no daylight, only endless pines and the gray, gloomy sky. I already miss the clear Arizona horizon. To grandmother's house we go, I sing miserably in my head. Not that my brother or I have ever met our grandmother. She's more like a rumor from my childhood, an apparition 1,000 miles away who sends a birthday card with a crisp $100 bill inside. She's an old-fashioned picture in our family photo album, tucked in the back, and never really explained. She's also the woman who'll be in charge of our summer, even if our dad is along for the ride. I look between the front seats at my father, who's driving us to our dreaded summer destination in the rainiest part of Oregon. My brother groans and thumps his forehead against the passenger side window. "Why are we coming here again?" Marco asks, taking out one of his earbuds. "She probably doesn't even have internet." "Your grandmother has the internet," our father says. "And you know why we're here. You can't be trusted." Here we go. "Dad," Marco starts, but our father cuts him off. "I don't want to hear it," he says. "You had your opportunity, and instead you and your sister," he hikes his thumb in my direction, "decided to throw a party and destroy my house." "It's technically our house too, Dad," I say unhelpfully. He ignores me and continues his scolding. 46 people, our father says. "The police were set to arrest 46 people when they called me." He ticks off the charges like they're baseball strikes. "Underage drinking, disorderly conduct, public disturbance." Marco turns back to covertly hold up 5 fingers as he makes a 0 with his other hand, mouthing, "It was 50 people," to me. I bite back my laugh. "While Theodora was doing God knows what in her room," my father adds. "Ew," I say, looking around. "I was watching Netflix with my friends, and why are you using my full name when Dipshit over here is the one who printed up flyers?" "Dipshit?" Marco repeats, offended. "You're both dipshits," our father says quickly to get back to his point. "You ruined the carpet, broke the handle off the refrigerator, and completely destroyed the pool pump. I mean, how does that even happen?" Marco chuckles to himself. "Well, Mira Lopez thought it would be funny to put—" "That was rhetorical," our father says, exasperated. "Point is, if it weren't for your Uncle Gabriel and his law office, you all would have spent the night in jail." "It's not entirely true," Marco says with a shrug. "Mom said we would have gotten a citation, but it's highly unlikely the Tempe police would have—" My dad gives him a stern look, and Marco snaps his mouth shut. Considering our father has been yelling at us for the past 2 weeks and 936 miles, I can practically recite my brother's half of this conversation by heart. Not to mention that I've already apologized to my father at least 10 times. If I had a time machine, I would go back and talk my brother out of throwing an absolute rager of an end-of-the-year party, but it's a little too late now. "We get it, Dad," Marco says, sounding resigned. "And we get that we had nowhere else to go this summer. Sorry I brought it up." He slips his earbud back in and turns to look out the passenger window again. His words sting, and I glance in the rearview mirror and see a flash of guilt cross my father's face. It wasn't Marco's intention to hurt his feelings, but, well, we're all hurting. Divorce is like that, I guess. Although my parents have only been officially divorced for a month, they separated 2 years ago, in an attempt to normalize the dissolution of our family. My parents conducted the entire process as if it were a corporate takeover, devoid of tears or blame. They spoke in legal terms, timetables, asset division, custody. But in reality, it was more emotional than they admitted. My mother fell out of love, and no amount of marriage counseling would change that fact. Ultimately, She found some renewed passion with a guy named Dale, who sells car insurance and owns polo shirts in about 15 different shades of blue.